Alright, hello. We are here for the Genshin stream. Hopefully me starting 2.5 hours after the weekly reset thing for the streaming event. I don't know. I don't know if Genshin just has a larger amount of rewards available. Because I felt like with Star Rail, after the first 2 hours, it was the streaming event thing was gone. So you had to really be there at the start. But I don't know. I guess Genshin is not has more rewards, or maybe not as people are as pressed or interested. But anyways, we are here to start. We're gonna clean up our resin a bit, and then we'll jump straight into the lantern race stuff. I'm not gonna do my commissions. Well, I did one commission because it was achievement thingy. But after that, I won't be doing the rest of the commissions just because I'll let the exploration, cover the rest of the adventure handbook thingy, whatever the system's even called now. I honestly don't know how much more there is to explore, but considering that I have everything unlocked, I'm gonna say it probably won't take more than 2 hours. If we end up finishing early, I'll probably do achievement hunting for the new area, and we'll check out how much hidden stuff that I've actually missed out on. That, and I think I still have a few world quests left over, so we can just probably do that. But yeah, anyways, in other news, I said I was probably gonna come back tomorrow afternoon for more Persona 3 Reload. Unfortunately, plans for that has changed. I won't be available during that time to stream, so I'm gonna have to postpone Persona 3 Reload until whenever next time is. Probably not during nighttime because I do want to jump back to Penacony and just work on exploration. But yeah, maybe it'll just give me a bit of time to rest because right now my throat is still dying from all the talking.
Let the world collide! Wind, hear me! Coming at ya! Ha. This one's got your name on it! Ha. Cha.
It feels weird streaming a game that's not Reload because I can actually alt tab now and not have the game pause like that.
Time to shine! I swear by my sword! Hey there! Feeling lucky? Cha! Hiya!
Okay, I was wondering. I thought I popped the thingy. Okay, man, I didn't realize that my artifacts were gonna cap out again so fast. Anything even worth leveling though? Because I am farming this for emblem, but I haven't been getting too many pieces I can really try. Man, do I even want to level this? Nah, scuffed. Stop. I had my hopes up when I saw the crit rate being the 4th hit, but God, I don't know if I actually want to do healing menace. Let's try. Okay. Other stuff can I have any chassis sets? How about the S1? Yeah, at least one decent artifact every. Oh, of course. Defense was sticking out like a sore thumb. Get some more crit damage, that would be nice. This is a mid piece. I mean, for my standards, I keep it, but man, that could have been something. Like this one. Oh, I'm out. I guess I'll just dump a whole bunch. I haven't artifact strongbox in a while. I'm debating where or not I want a strongbox and try and farm a different set. But the thing is, what would I even strongbox? Do I want to? I'm thinking about getting better Runes of Flame, just because I really do want to get my Hu Tao better stuff. That, and now because I've got Ming, like even though I'm not really playing him, it would be nice for him to just have something. Just clicking around randomly until we get. Okay. 3-2. Okay, not bad, not bad. Potential. Although it's attack scaling, so like Navia could technically use it, but she wants. I still want her to have some energy recharge because that's pretty much only energy recharge source, as far as I'm aware of. Maybe she has like 1 or 2 hits on another piece, but other than that, I want her to get comfortable. Oh, well. Ask your shot potentially receive. But yeah, I'm probably gonna start strongboxing Crimson and try and get some more pieces.
Barbados, guide us. Coming at ya. Watch out.
Wait, as far as I'm aware of, Hu Tao's probably running stuff that's within like the high 20s to low 30 crit ranges. I doubt I'll get anything higher. Well, I'm pretty sure I probably could get things higher eventually, right? Copium. I want to at least get her to at least like 30 min, and then at least has subsets of like HP or elemental mastery.
Shower me with praise. Let my name echo. Go as one. Wind, hear me. Coming at ya. Ah, this one's got your name on it. Hey there. Hup.
Alright, with that we are done with resin. Now we can do the epilogue or whatever of Lantern, right? Because it doesn't really show up as a major quest thing in the quest log, but it's just its own thing. You might have been at a loose end lately, so you trying. Yeah, hustle and bustle. I don't know. So we're gonna end up visiting Chenyu Vale, regardless. Did not mean to pull up that.
The wind rises.
Our exploration team, so what is up? Oh man, it turned daytime all of a sudden.
The mountain air is so refreshing. It makes Paimon feel like she could float around all day and never get tired. Cream! Gummies! Fuel fruit!
Damn, that's a loud person.
Did you hear that? Sunshine! Blue skies! Good vibes! Right? So Paimon wasn't just hearing things. That voice sounds really familiar. Well, we've got the time. Why don't we go check it out?
I don't know, I don't think I recognize this voice. I have one thing in mind, but I don't think it is who I think it is.
What are they doing here?
Don't tell me it's one. Don't tell me it's one of them. It doesn't sound like either of them.
Ah, well, if it isn't my dear partners. See, I told you that something good was going to happen during our travels today. I have to say, sometimes the Steambird's astrology column is
I find it
spot
kind
on.
of whack that
It's
they
just
showed
your
up
lucky day.
after the events
Are you
of
guys also
Lantern
here to
Rite.
catch the festivities? Oh, and that reminds me. Happy Lantern Rite.
Were they there and we just didn't
Happy
know it,
Lantern
or
Rite.
Happy Lantern Rite to
or are
you
they just out
too.
enjoying it in a different part of Liyue?
Wait, if you're here for Lantern Rite, then what are you doing on top of this deserted mountain? And that voice we heard, that was you, right, Navia? Oh, impressive.
She sounds so
You could tell
different.
it was me from that far away. You've got good ears. That or your voice is just really loud.
That too.
Well, of course
She
it
definitely
is.
got that energy.
After all, I'm a boss.
Indeed. I suppose it's an asset.
Sure is. Having a loud voice is a handy tool when it comes to communication. Wait. That wasn't even Paimon's point. Paimon just wants to know why you two were shouting from the top of this deserted mountain. There was something about almonds, maybe? And buell fruit? Ooh, is it some sort of secret code?
No, it's not a code. The words are meaningless.
Perhaps. But the act of shouting was very meaningful indeed. That's just what mountain climbers do, right? After all the hard work it takes to make it to the top, as you stand on the summit looking out at the vast scenery, it's not easy to resist the urge to release those emotions. Exactly.
Yeah, I mean,
You
that's
get
why
me,
in
partner. I was afraid
not
that
necessarily
it would
kung fu,
cause
but
a
also to like
disturbance,
fighting
so I
martial
asked the
training
locals around
things.
here, and
They always
said it was
shout
fine.
because it helps
Apparently most hikers like to
bring
shout
out the
when they get to
energy in the
top,
body.
so the locals are used to it by now. So, you see, it's not just me. I guess everyone shouts from the top of a mountain at some point in their life.
Speak for yourself.
When you're stressed, don't you ever just get the urge to do something for no reason?
Not really. If I ever get stressed, I just go hunting.
Oh, that's a pretty good way to relieve stress.
What I choose to hunt depends on my mood.
Huh? Anyway, why
Oh
don't
god,
you
hearing
two
the
give it a
traveler
try?
shout.
Shout anything you want. It's a real stress reliever. As long as Paimon has clothes on her back and food in her belly, Paimon doesn't think there's any stress that needs relieving. Oh, I bet you guys are just too embarrassed to let loose. No need to be shy. Even Farina was shouting from the top of this mountain earlier. Huh? Did Paimon hear that right? Farina's also here?
Yeah, not
In
gonna lie.
Chenyu
By the end of
Village?
this, I didn't completely forget about, but like I kind of did forget that Farina was here. Like I knew she was gonna show up, but I thought it was gonna happen during the main part of Lantern, right? And she's gonna be more involved. But that it's just a side thing with all the Fontaine characters, and it's like, okay, cool. But glad to see Farina out exploring a bit of the
Believe
world.
in
You
your
know.
ears. It is indeed as you heard. Actually, the reason we climbed this mountain in the first place was also because we heard the sound of shouting.
Yes, we could just about make out someone yelling things like, "Help me!" and "What should I do?"
Well, that sounds like
So we went
Farina,
up here to check it
possibly,
out.
you know.
And what do you know? Miss Farina was standing right there, all red in the face. She practically sprinted back down the mountain the minute she saw us.
Ah, that reminds me. I believe what she actually said was, "So help me, I will figure out what I should do about this script."
So, you could actually hear what she was saying? Why didn't you say so earlier? I thought someone was really in trouble.
I figured we would come check out the situation either way. Why not let her keep some privacy?
Oh, seems like you caught Farina in the middle of some stress relief as well. She probably would have never thought. No, she definitely would have never thought she would run into anyone she knew all the way out here.
I think so. We ran into Nervalet on the way here as well, but he was already on his way back.
I
So
thought he had time to,
we
you know,
probably weren't
leave. But I'm
together.
guessing if it involves Farina, he's gotta put aside some time.
What? Neverland was here too? What was he doing here? It couldn't have been
Oh,
for
probably
vacation.
business.
I think it just might have been, actually. But apparently he only
Yeah, I was
stayed
gonna
for
say, he can't
half
be
a
gone
day
for
before
long.
heading back. He's a very busy man.
Neuvillette is not the type to take much time off. Taking even a half day for himself is already a huge step in the right direction.
Didn't Charlotte publish an article on the Liyue tea industry recently? Maybe he was inspired to come buy some tea after reading that article. You know, just like you were.
My situation is completely different. I'm here because I was asked to accompany you. The tea purchase is simply an added bonus of this location.
You Fontanians and your tea drinking.
Oh, it's not for me. I lost a bet with Ridesley, and now I have to buy him something. It was just a spur-of-the-moment sort of bet. Ridesley gets really invested in that sort of thing, but he couldn't care less about what he wins in the end. You could give him mint plants that you plucked from the side of the road, and he wouldn't even mind.
If only he was that easygoing when it came to talking business. In any case, I'm pretty sure the tea you bought is this region's specialty. What is it called again? Nervalet even mentioned it earlier. Yes,
Oh, no.
that's the one.
You didn't really buy 10 boxes, did you?
Please, do I look like someone who would fall for that sort of marketing trap?
That reminds me. You guys said you only came up here because you heard my voice, right? I hope it didn't put you out. You must have had other plans for the day.
Oh, that's right. Who tell? A few days ago, we heard that a friend was going to be in Chaoying Village, so we decided to come and see if we could run into her.
Oh dear. We've been chatting for quite some time. I'm sorry for keeping you.
It's all good.
That's good.
Oh, he's seeing some old
Probably
faces.
head out and look for Hu Tao.
No need to stay on our account. We just got up here, so we're gonna stay around for a little longer.
Go and meet your friend. We can meet up in Chaoying Village later.
Sounds good. We're gonna head down the mountain then. See you later.
What do I have to do to get you to yell from the top of this mountain? Name your price.
You really want to hear it that bad, huh?
I'm just curious is all. I have a feeling you'll say something amazing.
I will pass. I prefer to let actions speak louder than words.
Oh! Off we go. And there they are. Witao, Farina, and Zhongli. Oh boy, this is gonna be spicy.
Chaoying Village
And
is known
Doggo.
for its tea, but you know what else they have with tea? That's right, dim sum! Didn't Gaming say something about dim sum being eaten in the morning? Oh, Paimon wonders if we can still get some at
Yeah,
This
you
time
have
of
to go pretty
day.
early, or else it gets real busy. Afternoon tea might be more appropriate. Yeah.
Oh, well that's fine too. Paimon doesn't care what kind of tea it is as long as it comes with some tasty snacks. Now let's see what kind of yummy things we can find around here. Paimon's not seeing things, is she? Is that Farina standing between Zhongli and Hu Tao?
Yes, the hat,
Wonder what
totally
they're
the
talking
defining
about.
feature.
Zhongli knows a lot of stuff. Maybe he's telling Farina about Chaoying Village. Oh, or maybe Hu Tao is trying to rope Farina into being one of her clients. Hey, this isn't the Fortress of Meropide, but Paimon could be convinced for the right price. Let's say loser buys the winner 3 huge bowls of seafood kanji. Since Zhongli is there, Paimon bets things are pretty tame. It's decided then. Paimon votes for tour guide Zhongli. Alright, no time to waste. Let's go see who's right.
Hustler sounds a bit of. I don't know if hustler's like really that crude of a word. Maybe even crude might be too crude of a word to use, but it definitely might be too much. Okay, yeah, I don't think you really need to go so far.
Paimon shouting too.
Get dragged into the mood.
Oh, well, aren't you a sight for sore eyes? Seems like our luck just keeps on growing.
That we were able to meet you both without prior arrangement must mean that this is quite the serendipitous meeting indeed.
Huh? Oh, so both of you are acquainted with the Traveler and Paimon then?
So many chunks on one place.
Looks like someone's learned a thing or two from Zhongli. I must admit, I am a bit surprised to see you here, Traveler. But seeing as you're a hero who's been all over to that, it makes sense that you would be well-traveled and well-connected. Since we have found ourselves in each other's company within this fertile land, allow me to take this opportunity to wish you a happy Lantern Rite.
Happy Lantern.
It appears you have been to Fontaine then.
Oh
Given
yes.
your proclivity to spread good deeds.
I'm surprised the
wherever you
news
go,
hasn't spread that far
it's
with
no
how much
surprise
crazy
that
stuff
you would
happened
make
there.
the acquaintance of a celebrity as illustrious and celebrated as Miss Farina.
That's quite high praise. What I mean to say is, you flatter me, Mr. Zhongli. Although I've built up a certain following within Fontaine, it is no reflection of strength or wisdom. I stand before you right now as nothing more than an ordinary traveler in search of beautiful scenery and creative inspiration. There is definitely more to Mr. Zhongli than meets the eye. I could tell
She
as
knows.
much from our
She
conversation
feels the
earlier.
vibes.
Given his breadth of knowledge on both academic and worldly matters, there's no way he hasn't heard about what happened in Fontaine. Is he just feigning ignorance for my benefit?
You can read the mood a bit, yes.
No. You're no common tourist. I simply won't have you talk about yourself that way.
Huh? Does that mean Hu Tao also knows?
You may not have heard, friends, but...
Miss Hu Tao.
Miss Farina is now one of my esteemed clients. Yep.
Okay, you win.
Well, she got. I wouldn't say swindled. Swindled makes it not sound like she
Guess
lost
Paimon
out,
will
but I
have to
mean, Hu
point
Tao
to the
does offer
hidden
his
stash at
service.
the bottom of her shoe.
Huh? What's this about winning something?
Don't tell me. You two were placing bets on us.
We just saw you guys standing on the side of the road and couldn't help but take guesses as to what you were talking about.
Oh, I see. That means you, my friend, must have guessed that I was trying to promote my business to Miss Farina.
Always trying to throw in a thing or two.
That I do, my friend. What was Paimon's guess then?
Paimon thought Zhongli was showing the newbie around.
By newbie, you mean me, right?
If that's the case, then Paimon's guess was also correct.
Two birds with one stone.
Oh, that's right. Mr. Zhongli was telling me about some great sightseeing spots in the area.
You see? Paimon was right too! Since both of our guesses were right, there can't be a winner or a loser.
Alright, keep your chump
Hey,
change.
don't be upset, Traveler. How about this? You buy Paimon a bowl, and Paimon will also buy you a bowl. As for the third bowl...
Since I was the subject of the bet, perhaps it should go to me? You know, as a congratulations for the huge deal I just struck.
It's fine. We'll treat you between
I
friends.
was just joking. Anyway, I should be the one treating you. The funeral parlor is about to bring in quite the sum after all.
Oh, Paimon almost forgot to ask about the most important question. Something happen recently, Farina?
Huh? What do you mean?
Well, you know, with you enlisting the services of Wangxiang Funeral Parlor and all.
I mean, sure, you can think that, but at the same time, it's like, well, she's no longer immortal, so, you know, she's back to being a normal human, so she will definitely pass away at some point, so it's like, sure, most people probably don't think about it this early on, but who knows? I mean, it's plagued Farina for so long, she probably had the thought for quite some time, and it's like, hey, opportunity presents itself, fuck it.
Oh, well, yes.
Really? Oh no.
Okay, I figure you're
Paimon
taking
is
it too
so
far,
sorry
Paimon.
for your loss. Although Paimon may have not known the person, please accept Paimon's deepest...
Okay, okay, Farina's gonna either say it's for herself, and then Paimon's like, oh no! Or it's gonna be like, you know, I don't know what else.
Whoa, it's not like that, Paimon.
Or it's some other services.
But Paimon just thought, since you hired the services of a...
They probably do some
funeral
other
parlor
ceremonial
and all-
stuff, right?
Hey, it's not that big of a stretch.
Really, Paimon? It's not like you don't know me. Do I look like I know anyone who would ask me to coordinate their funeral?
Maybe your own aware.
Miss Hu Tao is simply helping prepare some props for my film. Not too long ago, I read a collection of horror stories from Liyue. The content was spectacular. In fact, I still feel
Okay,
the need
back
to
in
sleep
the-
with the light on even now.
In that business.
Anyway, that's not the point. Now that Fontaine's biggest star has returned to the stage, I figured it's about time the industry enjoyed a breath of fresh air. Hey, that's pretty good. I'll have to remember that for my ad posters.
Oh, Paimon sees. That makes a lot of sense. So, did you come to Liyue just to enlist the services of Wangxiang Funeral Parlor?
Well, not exactly. My original plan was to just relax and enjoy the sights. But then I ran into Miss Hu Tao and Mr. Zhongli, and well, you know the rest. I suppose it was meant to be.
It was a fated meeting indeed.
Zhongli sure loves his lofty turns of phrase. But if you ask me, it's all thanks to that man who stopped to ask for directions.
Oh? Who was it?
It's someone you know. Wanna take a guess?
Considering he was here.
What? How did you guess that on your first try? Very impressive, my friend. Your guessing game is spot on today.
Huh. Paimon never thought Neuvillette would be the type to get lost.
I'm sure he didn't get lost. Even I was able to
Yeah,
find
quote
my
unquote
way to
lost
this
under the
place without
pretense
any
of,
trouble.
you know, doing some other stuff.
He was already getting ready to leave by the time I arrived. He just wanted to ask someone about the quickest way to get back to Fontaine. Yup, that's exactly what he asked. This area is full of mountains and rivers. It's normal to not know the fastest route.
So, were you the one that pointed him in the right direction, Hu Tao?
Of course. I'm also a guide of sorts, you know. So naturally, I also have a great sense of direction. But speaking of your friend,
What about him?
he doesn't get out much, does he?
Nah, he's stuck in the office.
Ah, no wonder. He was stiff as a board and way too polite. I would have never guessed he was here on vacation if you hadn't told me. All in all, he was only here for half a day. I'm pretty sure he is the only one who would consider that to be a vacation.
Oh? This gentleman you speak of must keep a demanding schedule.
I'm sure he does. You didn't see him, but he was dressed like he was about to attend some important meeting. It wasn't anything like what someone would wear on vacation.
Is that so?
Wait, you didn't see him, Zhongli?
Unfortunately, no. At the time, it appeared as if Director Hu and Miss Farina were having quite the productive conversation. I know matters of business can take much discussion, so I decided to fetch some tea for them.
What a shame. That gentleman seemed like a
I wonder if
sophisticated
if
sort of guy.
either of them would have
I
known
actually
off the
think you
bat
two
each other's
would get along.
identities. You know, they feel the vibes.
Is that so?
He knows there's beef.
To borrow Miss Farina's turn of phrase, perhaps it just
Okay,
wasn't
I'm
meant
guessing
to
if he
be.
even knows there is beef,
Well,
you know,
with the traveler
there's
around,
probably is some
I'm sure
guilt
you'll
here
have a
and there
chance to
about
get
how
to know
things
each other at
resulted,
some point.
yeah, in terms of the nature of the world.
He's got more friends than he knows what to do with.
Well, that's certainly true. Oh, that reminds me. If you get the chance, you should try and talk to Nervalette into loosening up a bit. Just tell him the Palais Mermonia isn't going to fall apart if he disappears for a few days. He shouldn't keep himself cooped up all the time. Even clams open their shells to let in fresh water every once in a while, right? If he's really that much of a stickler for protocol, he can fill out a leave of absence request. He'd have to approve it himself since he handles that sort of thing now, but you know what I mean. Seems like this gentleman is also in charge of something pretty important.
Yeah, he rules the nation now, if you want to say that. Fair and impartial Eudex of Fontaine, head of the highest court in Liyue, is known as the demon who controls all the people working in Fontaine.
I've never heard of a demon that boring before. In my experience, a leader needs to be able to roll with the punches. That also includes knowing when and what to prioritize. It seems like your friend still has a lot of growing to do. If I remember correctly, he's already several thousands of years old. You're quite right, Miss Hutao.
Oh? Traveler, Miss Farina, those two individuals over there appear to recognize you.
Oh, it's Navia and Clarand. Hey, over here!
We saw you all chatting over here, and we're wondering if we could join in.
Please, excuse the interruption.
Oh, so polite. No apologies necessary. Any friend of the traveler and Miss Farina is a friend of mine.
Ah, straight to the point. I like it.
Oh god, Huta's gonna say, send her over to the client whose like friends or family got killed in the ring.
It's getting late. If we want to catch a boat back before dark, we should probably get going.
Indeed. Then, Miss Farina,
Oh, yes?
when are you planning to head back? Do you need us to escort you?
Oh, I don't think that will be necessary. I mean, you're not my subordinate anymore. You don't need to look after me.
I didn't mean it that way. It's normal for friends to travel home together if they run into each other on the road.
There are a lot of mountainous roads in this area. I imagine they'll be even harder to navigate after dark.
Exactly. Just like in those ghost stories. 8 paths converge in a wood. Beside them an old house is stood. If you dare to go inside, not a soul will greet your eye. But if you take a closer look, there may be something you mistook. A candle flickers to and fro, yet there is no wind to make it so. What is its secret?
What's that scary
What could
face?
it mean? In this wood, where mystery screams. My dear demoiselles, ladies, no, I mean friends, please take me with you.
Of course.
Gotta say, Farina, you are really quite the character. By the way, did I hear you mention that Clorand used to work under you? Then you must have also been a leader at some point.
Oh,
Well, that's, all in the past now. Besides, being a leader is hard. It wasn't the right job for me. I prefer how things are now. I can come and go as I please, and get to enjoy the sweet taste of freedom.
I see. Well, you've certainly picked an apt place to relax. Xiaoying Village is an exemplary choice.
Only the best. And I've learned a lot, too. Thank you so much, Miss Hu Tao and Mr. Zhongli. It's fine. You've thanked us more than enough already. The next time you're in this neck of the woods, I'll treat you to some dim sum in the city. Dim sum? Is that some kind of Liyue term for snacks or desserts? They are a part of it. It's basically a table full of as much tea, sweets, and good company as you can manage. Oh, so it's basically a tea party! Sounds great!
Make sure to order the winter melon cake and the lotus flower crisp. They're so sweet and delicious, Paimon knows you'll love them.
Ooh, okay. I'll be looking forward to it then.
Wait, but didn't you guys say you were here on vacation? How come you're all going home empty-handed?
Of course I am. I bought tons of fun things to bring home
man,
with me.
I want to talk,
A kite,
but I feel like I need to cut back on the
parasol,
talking
a
because
little
I don't know if
tin
this is the
frog
cause
that
of why
jumps.
my
Oh, and
throat
a
is not
stuffed
recovering
toy of a
as
mythical beast.
fast as I want
Clorand's
to. If
the
it's
one
even
who didn't
recovering
buy
from
anything
something, I
for
feel like there's something
herself.
wrong with it, but I just
So,
don't know what
all
it
you're
is.
bringing back with you is that tea?
And some tea-flavored hard candies. They're for Sishween.
Clorand isn't much of a shopaholic.
Well, one of us has to practice restraint.
Hey, I'm hardly reckless with my Mora. I'll have you know, all the purchases I made today were well within my budget.
Me? Oh, well, I bought some tea, of course. I just had to try all the varieties recommended in the Steambird. Other than that, just some bits and bobs, you know. A little bit of this, little bit of that. They should all be things I can use, I think.
Now Paimon's even more confused. If you bought that much stuff, where did it all go? Into one of Linny's magic packets?
Oh, actually,
Monsieur
Yes.
Neuvillette took them with him.
Oh, so that's what happened. Wait, what? Why did he take them? He's not hoarding treasure, is he?
That's quite the imagination you've got there, Paimon. Monsieur Neuvillette just saw the amount of bags we had and offered to take them back for us. I felt a bit bad at
Even
first.
then, he can only carry so
but,
much, right?
I really did have a lot of stuff.
He even offered to deliver my gifts to the Fortress of Meripede for me once he's done with the day's work. Neuvillette is a man of his word. If he says he can do something, then he means it.
See, even Clorand was happy to take him up on his offer. If even his trusty subordinate agreed, then who was I to refuse?
Wow, he seems like a real gentleman. maybe he's not as uptight as I thought. If only the funeral parlor had an employee as thoughtful, proactive, and responsible as him. Right, Zhongli?
Oh,
Indeed.
Cloran said Nervalet offered to deliver her gifts to Risley. So if we go to the entrance of the Fortress of Meripede, maybe we'll run into Nervalet. But we don't know exactly when he'll show up.
what makes us think we'll get there before him if he got the head
That
start?
reminds me, a new year of work is about to begin. If there's anything you want to talk about, Zhongli, you know you can come to me. I'm all ears.
Does the director have any concerns?
It just seemed like you were a bit preoccupied today, and much less talkative than usual. You barely said anything other than, "Is that so?" and "Indeed." If you ask me, I'd say you're having a midlife crisis. You're getting to be around that age after all.
Is that so?
Ugh.
I jest. Given its distance from the city, Chaoying Village enjoys a much slower pace of life. Surrounded by such peace and tranquility, I also seem to have developed a proclivity for inactivity. I apologize for making you worry.
I see. What do you think,
Okay, I don't know what
Traveler?
happened there, but
Is
okay.
this atmosphere putting you in a lazy mood too? Wow, you are getting really good at these kinds of lines.
Indeed.
Well, everyone, make sure that you've got all your belongings with you before we leave. If there's any souvenirs anyone still wants to buy, the time is now.
Reliable as ever, Miss President.
What is that supposed to mean?
Gloriand is right, though. You really are reliable.
It's not what she's saying, it's the way she's saying it.
I will say, I never thought you'd be so easygoing outside of work, Gloriand. The tone of voice you use when you're working doesn't exactly make you seem like the type who enjoys interacting with people.
Well, I try to keep my professional and private life separate. That includes my behavior.
You take care now, Traveler. Paimon. Ah, trying to act cool now, are we? Well, I guess it's not an act for you, is it?
You are indeed quite strong.
It's been great talking to you all. I'm really glad I decided to come to Chaoying Village. Maybe we could go on another trip together sometime?
Oh, of course it's on the backside. Good old meeting spot. Wow, that's already gone for quite a bit. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe when the exploration part starts, I don't know if I want to just go mute for a bit and just, you know, chill exploration, no commentary and stuff. It'll be a bit calm, maybe even, I guess, boring in some ways, but I don't know. I really need to find out what's wrong with my... Well, I don't really need to, but I would preferably want to figure out what's wrong with my throat. I might take a shot of alcohol and see if my throat ends up doing that burn. See if I have some sort of a sickness or infection going. I keep forgetting this is the entrance. One of the entrances. Oh, he has to go here. Wait, why is he just waiting
it's
here?
you. It has been some time since our last meeting.
Yeah, we've since
Few
4.2.
people frequent this location. Since I was able to conclude my work early for the day, I thought I might take a walk and avail myself of this area's peace and quiet.
You call this early? Do you always work this late, Neuvillette?
Strictly speaking, that depends on the agenda for the day. I am hardly bereft of time, however, so working late is of little consequence to me.
Really? If you have so much time on your hands, then why did you only go to Chaoying Village for half a day?
First, I should clarify that I was referring to my lifespan, rather than the time at my disposal on any given day. Second, I was unaware you possessed knowledge of my trip to Chaoying Village. I see. thank you for informing me.
Yeah, so were you heading over or were you coming back?
Yes, they have been safely delivered.
I have to hand it to Clorant. Just a simple gift delivery, and she has the great and mighty Udex at her beck and call.
I was just passing through. It was merely an act of convenience.
All right. Then I hereby confirm receipt of the goods on behalf of the staff of the Fortress of Meripede.
A
Hello,
verbal
Kasrot.
receipt of confirmation?
Welcome. I am
Is
just
such a
doing the
formality
epilogue,
really
I guess,
necessary for a small matter
of
such as
the
this?
Lanterite stuff. Yeah, I guess this is the epilogue because it's not
Yes,
an
no.
official act part.
This quantity of tea, though, seems a little excessive for a gift, don't you think? Before you know it, they'll start accusing me of taking bribes.
About that. Much of that is my own excess, I'm afraid.
Oh? Why? What happened?
It was buy 10 boxes, get half off.
Ah, that explains it then. Well, go ahead and leave them to me. I'll get through this stash as fast as I can.
You have my thanks. Oh, there's something else I'd like to give to you.
This is a stone slate, engraved with a symbolic design.
While that is an apt description, it is in actuality a legal codex.
Oh my god, they actually got
A
it.
legal codex, huh?
He wasn't joking when he said he was gonna get one. Or was it
Before the
Cloanus
advent
again
of
one?
modern writing utensils, information was recorded on stone slabs such as this. The law was no different.
Okay.
Since ancient times, the scales of justice have symbolized the fairness and impartiality of judiciousness. As a tribute to that sentiment, this slate was designed after a traditional legal codex and engraved with a symbol instead of text. During my travels recently, I chanced upon a roadside stall offering tourists the opportunity to try their hand at the ceramic arts, so I decided to have a go. We joked with Clorant some time ago about gifting you a legal codex. So, here you go.
Ah, so that's what this is about.
I did not expect you to remember it as well. In any case, I hope this can be considered as a reasonable attempt to join in on the banter.
It is a very good attempt. I suppose I shouldn't be surprised. Even your sense of humor centers around the law. That's an impressive level of commitment.
I feel like when it comes to jokes with Duelet, jokes aren't even jokes. Like he takes it so serious to the point that you laugh at how much effort was actually put into it. That he just played through with it.
Surely there's no need for such a grand gesture.
Just kidding. I don't have anything like a showroom. But we do have a storage room. We can put it next to all the mechanical parts Sijuin has collected.
She collects stuff like that?
That sounds good to me.
So that's what you were doing in Qiaoying Village.
Indeed. Of course, while I was there, I also took the opportunity to taste the local spring water. The aftertaste is much purer than what I have delivered to me in Fontaine. It stands to reason that the long-distance transport has a tendency to imbue the water with
Oh
extraneous
yes, of course.
emotion.
Can't forget the word.
If you want to experience
tasting.
the true flavor, you simply have to go to the source. Perhaps I should organize some time off to do the same elsewhere.
As they say in Liyue, balance between work and play is sure to keep your troubles at bay.
Then we
Spit
are
and
of the
fire.
same mind. It appears my desire is justified.
If you say so, like, you know you don't have to justify a vacation, right? You can just take
Yeah.
one.
The point of vacation is to relax
You're
and
hardly
distance
left
yourself
the
from
time.
your
You can
your
do what you
business.
want.
You're quite right. I suppose I suffer not from a lack of opportunity, but rather a lack of inspiration. However, after reading a few articles about Liyue's holiday traditions, the idea popped into my head and made itself quite at home. Seeing as I was free of responsibilities for the morning, I decided to depart at once. Refreshing. My spontaneous outing seemed to inspire quite a few other spontaneous decisions as well. Take, for example, my foray into ceramics. At first, soil from the ground is granular and unforgiving, but add the right amount of water, and it becomes soft, moldable, and able to take shape. In the past, I never thought about how quotidian vessels were crafted, but now I have participated in their very making. This is also something I made today.
Oh. It looks like a like Genshin version of Nessie, I guess, or the Loch Ness monster or something.
That's a ladle? Paimon thought it was supposed to be some long-necked sea creature.
Well, it's just what
That
the design was
indeed
based
one
off.
of my inspirations.
Yeah, the color palette does match.
Really? You like it?
It's a nice
To
souvenir.
tell you the truth, given your unexpected arrival, I find myself quite unequipped
It's a
to
one of a kind
welcome you
item.
deserve.
It's sick to have.
Around such an important holiday such as this, human
New
custom
marketing
would
stuff
dictate
for
that gifts
MiHoYo.
should be in order.
But will
But
they
I'm afraid
capitalize on it? I actually
this
don't
is
know
all I can offer.
if it'd be worth
If
investing
you'll have it, that is.
into a product to make that, but you know, I'm pretty sure someone out there would appreciate it.
That is precisely why it would do me such a great honor if you accepted. You are most welcome. Happy Lantern Rite.
Happy Lantern, right?
Approve a leave of absence request for myself. That sounds like it could easily lead to a vicious cycle of self-indulgence.
I mean, true, but I mean, I'm pretty sure you're different. You're built different than everyone else.
I suppose I understand her point.
I'm sure you'll have more diligence and self-restraint
My
around that.
proclivity to refrain from personal outings does, in part, originate from a sense of responsibility toward my duties. But it is also due to a lack of desire to engage in the human world. But now I see that the human world is indeed full of many interesting places to discover.
Ladder of the Leisurely Seaweeds, a soup ladle. Hey, it'll help the traveler with the cooking.
Lantern Rite marks the start of the new year in Liyue. In the spirit of the season, then, I wish you a year of success as vast and endless as the open ocean.
Alright, we'll see you around New Valette. Alright, does that give us anything for this? Oh, alright, it did. Wow, I'm surprised it gave us that much. Okay, I guess we didn't need to do the exploration to get for all that, but might as well claim before we forget. Oh, I claimed it without switching to my friendship team. Well, it's okay. It's not the end of the world. I only need to farm XP for Gaming, so whatever. Alright, anywho. That's done. We have about 2 hours to go ham on the exploration.